The current day, the Russian military launched a missile strike on the town of Malyn, Zhytomyr region. There was a hit at the train station. Dozens of houses were damaged. This was announced by the mayor of Malyn, Alexander Sitailo. Once again, the Russian Federation launched a missile strike on our community territory. Infrastructure and about 100 houses were damaged. Thank God there are no civilian casualties, but there are 3 wounded. The head of the Zhytomyr Regional Military Administration, Vitaly Bunechko, told during the national telethon that Malyn had been fired at by 3 Russian cruise missiles. He also added that Russian troops did not fire on the region for 3 weeks, and since the beginning of the war have caused damage to the infrastructure of Zhytomyr region by 2.5 billion hryvnias. The current day, the Russian military launched a missile strike on Lozova. 2 missiles over the city were shot down by air defense. Another one hit the House of Culture. This was announced by Oleg Sinehubov, the head of the Kharkiv Regional Military Administration. As a result of the blow, 8 people were injured. Among the wounded is an 11-year-old girl. All of them were near the building and received shrapnel wounds. High-rise buildings nearby were also damaged by the explosion. The president of Ukraine, Volodymyr Zelensky, reacted to the news of Lozova's attack as follows: "The enemy has identified culture, education and humanity as its foes, and they do not spare either missiles or bombs. What is in the minds of people who choose such targets? Absolute evil, absolute stupidity." Currently, the Specialized Ecological Prosecutors Office in Kharkiv region, with explosive technicians, criminologists and specialists of the State Ecological Inspectorate, inspected the territory of the Kharkiv Institute of Physics and Technology, where the nuclear facility is located. The facility has come under fire from the Russian military 3 times. As a result of one of the bombings, the installation was de-energized due to damage to the line power supply. The State Nuclear Regulatory Inspectorate called the shelling an act of nuclear terrorism. Earlier, it was not possible to document crimes on the territory of the research center due to constant shelling of Kharkiv. Currently, during the inspection on the territory of the institute, material evidence was found and seized, including parts of ammunition of various types of weapons. Based on the result of the collection of physical evidence, the relevant necessary expert research will be appointed. The head of the Lugansk Regional Military Administration, Serhiy Gaidai, said that the Russian army was shelling a school in Severodonetsk that day. According to him, more than 200 people, including children, were in the shelter at the time of the shelling. The shell hit a room where people were cooking. 2 of them died on the spot. 3 more were hospitalized. The dead and 1 of the wounded are members of the same family, Serhiy Gaidai said. Lugansk region police transported the survivors to another shelter. The fire in the city does not stop. On the evening of May the 20th, a man and a woman died near their home in Severodonetsk. A volunteer working at the humanitarian headquarters was also wounded in the leg. Rubizhne shared the fate of Mariupol. The city is completely destroyed. There are no undamaged buildings. The looted burned brick boxes are our Rubizhne now. Serhiy Gaidai, the head of the Lugansk Regional Military Administration, wrote in his Telegram channel. He added that many houses are not subject to restoration and people are now buried in the courtyards of high-rise buildings. Before the war, the town of Rubizhne had more than 60,000 inhabitants who worked in factories, in the budget sphere and in developed entrepreneurship. Today, Gaidai says, bodyguards are divided into 3 categories: those who were evacuated to safe Ukrainian cities or abroad, those deported to Russia or to the occupied territories, those who still live in the basements of the city. Photos and videos of the effects of enemy attacks on the city have also appeared on the internet. The evacuation of civilians continues in Lugansk region. The head of Regional Military Administration, Serhiy Gaidai, reported that this day the police managed to pass to Bilohorivka and to take away from there 8 people. 12 residents of Severodonetsk were also evacuated. They were at a school that was shelled by the Russian military on the morning of May the 20th. Police also took people from Lysychansk to a safe area. In total, 38 civilians, including 12 children, were evacuated from Lugansk region in 1 day. A trial over a Russian serviceman accused of killing an unarmed civilian in the Sumy region is underway in Kyiv's Solomensky court. The 21-year-old sergeant of the Kantemirov division of the Moscow region has already admitted his guilt. He said he was ordered to shoot. In his last words, he apologized for what he had done, said he did not renounce his guilt and was ready for all necessary measures. I would like to say once again that I am sorry for what I did. I sincerely repent at the moment. I was nervous when it all happened, and I didn't want to run away. But it happened, and I do not refuse. We had only one task, to return to our location. But later, I realized that it was better to surrender. The defendant's lawyers asked to acquaint him. According to the defender, the military formally carried out the order to shoot and hoped not to aim. The court is due to announce its verdict in the case on Monday, May the 23rd. The prosecution is asking for 10 to 15 years in prison or life imprisonment. In Vinnytsia, pupils created a so-called children's volunteer army to help the armed forces. Their parents supported them and helped to implement the idea. Children make everything they can sell on their own. Some master the kitchen. Others, with the permission of the owners, collect flowers in neighboring flowers' beds. Pour 2 tablespoons of dough, close and wait for it to fry. At home, they make tubes, chips, popcorn and nuts with condensed milk. To be honest, I like to eat more of them, but you have some patience in this case. They started cooking to earn money and contribute to Ukrainians' victory. Firstly, I had nothing to do, and secondly, I also wanted to help the armed forces to win, raise their mood, motivation. The whole world stays for us, and we will definitely defeat this Nazism. My brother and I joined because we wanted to do great good. Artem and Dmitro's mother, Irina Kurmanchuk, keeps the kitchen clean and safe. She says she is proud of his sons and helps them as much as she can. The victory is right behind us. If we have such children and this is our future, I'm proud of them. Every day they have new ideas that can still be sold. In a few days, pupils managed to raise 4.5 thousand hryvnias. 3.5 has already been handed over to volunteers. Also, with the money earned, children buy first aid kits for defenders. One of the soldiers recorded and sent a video of gratitude from the front to the pupils. Thank you very much for the help you give us. You are doing a good deed. In the future, you will be good descendants. Thanks to you, the country will prosper. Everything will be fine.